about the 1 month normal program. When I was becoming a new national sales director, there was a time period where I had to have 2 debuts in a 30-day period. It was a requirement. There used to be something called national and qualification, and I was one of the last 2 nationals that had to start that process before the new requirements turned over. So before the change, it was a huge importance, but now it's a huge importance for people to debut in 30 days out of convenience for people's lives. So I want to encourage you guys to take that 1 month normal challenge. I have a handout that you can print off of my website. You may have this already, but once you go into DIQ, I recommend having a DIQ team meeting with your girls. So you've got this team of 10. Some people are going to be really active, some people not so much. We know the rule of a third, that a third are very proactive, or they are at least active in Mary Kay. A third talk about Mary Kay, and a third have probably checked out. And that's the reality. So knowing that at your DIQ meeting, that you'll have probably just the first 2 or 3 days right after you submit your DIQ card, your intention, then you want to get those ladies together. Probably only 3 to 5 will show up, and that's perfectly fine. You really just need your top 3 to be in attendance. So at that team meeting, we want to express to them your goal of debuting in 30 days. It is financially a benefit to you. You can either get paid as a consultant through the DIQ process, or you can debut after 30 days and start getting paid as a director. You could be losing between $4,000 and $5,000 a month during the DIQ process every month that you prolong graduating into directorship. So unless losing $15,000 sounds good to you, I would really encourage you work on this 1 month normal program. So during that team meeting, they're going to have copies of this handout as well, and you've already gotten your 10 recruits. You're in DIQ, and it says 10 and in. So this part is checked off. You've already accomplished this. The card pictures represent your personal recruits, because we know you have to have 14 personal recruits in order for you to earn your card. Then you start DIQ, and you put your date that you went into the qualification to be a director. And when you're talking with your team, you want them to know first and foremost that you are leading by example, that you're willing to hold 10 minimum parties the month of DIQ and Purslane Gold Medal, which should come easy as a result of the 10 parties that you're doing. So those 10 parties would give you 5 more team members, 5 more recruits, and that would equal your car right there. At that team meeting, you're looking for 3 women to step up and take the red jacket position. You want to grow 3 red jackets. And it doesn't take long. I mean, my national always said that anybody could be a red jacket just with the people that they currently know. We could all probably agree we became red jackets with 3 people that we knew or met right away after we became consultants. So when those 3 become red jackets, that would equal 3, 6, 9 more recruits. Those 9 plus your 5 plus the 10 you already have is 24, and that meets the requirement for you to be a brand new director. Now some people say, well, what about the production? You know, what about the production requirement? And the truth is, if you just work on the activity and you stay focused on the activity, the production just kind of shows up. So I really recommend not stressing out over the production, just focusing on a certain amount of activity. I also encourage my DIQs to come up with their own team promotion for their 10 qualifieds. Maybe even create a flyer that they can put in their new consultant orientation packets, and that flyer could we've had them do everything from a manicure as a gift for being qualified to a day trip where maybe they go to the lake, or they even have a slumber party at a cabin. So just something fun for those first 10 qualifieds to work towards. Now, what's the commitment to those red jackets? What does that workload look like for those red jackets in that DIQ month? 6 parties. So during that team meeting, you're probably going to be with them for a couple of hours. So I would say an hour of that is just talking about what directorship means to you, why this is important, what is your vision for being a new director, and where do you want to take that team in the future. Vision casting is super important. So after that, you want to talk about some workload requirements. So for this to happen and for 3 people to debut as red jackets, we need these 6 parties apiece. So during that second hour that you're together, an hour of vision and explaining, and an hour of work, you're going to sit there together and you're going to make a list. You're going to make a list of potential hostesses on one side of the piece of paper. You can do a list of potential hostesses, and on the other side, you can make a list of prospects. So those 3 red jackets, the goal would be before they leave your DIQ meeting on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd of the month, everything is already on the date books. There's no, I hope she does it. There's no, I hope she, books those 6 hostesses, because everything's going to be booked, and you're going to book in community, which is much easier as a group while y'all are there at that team meeting together. So I've had the privilege and joy of being in some of these team meetings where we actually recruited 4 or 5 people over the phone while we were there, and it's quite an amazing thing. There's something about being in a race. There's something about meeting a goal that takes 4 months to be accomplished in 30 days. There's something about being different, being a risk taker, kind of going for the goal in a bigger way that encourages people and makes them excited. People want to be part of a team that's doing something different. So create a script, create some excitement, so when y'all are making phone calls to the hostesses and to the prospective recruits, they're inspired to be on your team. So this is the 1-month normal program, and I'm excited, and I hope that you'll send me an email or shout out and let me know that you did this in 30 days. You can do it.